What's up guys? So the other day I was taking out the trash and thinking about how annoying it was to always have to do the same tasks over and over again. I would much rather do other chores such as mowing the lawn. Since I live in an apartment building, I have never mowed a lawn before. As I was thinking about how cool it could be, I got a great idea. I know how to program, why not just make a game about just that? Mowing the lawn. And that's how Mow the Lawn was born, out of boredom and somewhat ungratefulness for having to take out the trash. I know that mowing the lawn is probably 100 times harder than just taking out the trash. I don't even know why I complained. So I got out my notebook and sketched the idea. You, as the player, control a lawnmower. Your objective is to cut all the grass in a level before you either die or run out of time. I will explain the die part later on. Depending on what percentage of grass you cut, you will receive stars for clearing the level. 1 star for 50%, 2 stars for 75%, and 3 stars for 100%. These stars will unlock more levels in which you will do the same thing, mow the lawn. So let's get started. First step was to create the main mechanics, the lawnmower, grass, and stars. Lawnmower. Being in the early stages of game development, I used cubes and basic shapes to create the skeleton of the game. The more accurate models will come later on. I created a cube which represents the lawnmower and added a script to control it, using the WASD keys. I also added a rigid body and a collider to it, so that it can interact with other objects. This will do for now. Grass. Same thing as the lawnmower. Rectangle to represent a grass blade, add a collider to it, and a script that detects when a collision occurs with the lawnmower. When this happens, the grass blade will report some info to the grass counter script and it will destroy itself. Grass counter script explanation coming up. These grass blades are copied to create the lawn. Stars. The stars are tied to the grass counter script. Basically what this script does is it identifies every grass blade in the level. This number is saved as the total amount of grass blades. Each time a grass blade is cut, it will sum 1 unit to a number which represents the number of grass blades cut. This number is multiplied by 100 and divided by the total amount of grass blades to achieve the percentage of grass cut. We then display this number on screen for the player. Depending on what percentage we have, once we die or the time runs out, the number of stars gained will be displayed and saved. Now, this is a mobile game. And as I said earlier, we control the lawnmower with the WASD keys. We need a way to control it on a mobile device. How did I do it? Creating a virtual joystick, of course. Now, you may be asking, why not just use a joystick that already exists? Just download the script and the prefab and you're good to go, right? Well, I tried that and couldn't get it to work. So I said, this, I'm gonna make my own joystick. How I wish I would have tried a little harder to understand the already existing joystick. To simplify what I did to make this virtual joystick, really simplified because I almost couldn't get this thing to work. I started by assigning a value to the position of a finger touch. Once I had this value, I transformed the value to be inside the space of the game. I then checked if the position of this touch was inside of certain boundaries designated. If it was, the lawnmower would gain the velocity of the position of the touch. I then added a joystick in the game and made it so the position of the joystick would be the same as the touch position. What a mouthful. Having the basics down, we can start having fun. I created the main menu screen and the first part of the map where the levels and stars are going to be displayed. I then started creating the 3D models for this game. For creating the models I used Inventor and for coloring them I used Blender.
Ian, why not just use Blender? You dumb or what? Plus, Inventor's not for creating 3D art models.
I know. Using Inventor for art is unorthodox. But I am an engineering student and Inventor is my bread and butter for creating 3D models. I don't know how to use Blender for modeling, and learning something new when I can just use what I already know is time consuming. The only thing I cannot do with Inventor is color my models, and that's why I also use Blender. So sorry if I triggered any of you, I'm just using what I already know. I created the lawnmower, stars, fences, words, numbers for the buttons, and even a clock to indicate your time is up. As the game progressed, I added more and more things. I added more levels and created stages. Each stage has 5 levels centered around the same theme. The first stage was just cutting grass with obstacles to annoy you. No threat of dying. But in the other stages, I added other game mechanics with more threats. The second stage is supposed to represent a wheat field. I added 2 new threats, blades and tractors. Blades are just stationary objects. They rotate in circles forever. If the lawnmower touches the blade, it will blow up and the level will end. Tractors are objects that travel in a straight line. Once they hit a fence, they will go in the opposite direction. Just like the blades, if the lawnmower touches them, it will blow up. In the third stage, the scenario completely changes. It is in a city. There are 2 new threats, cars and manholes. Cars travel in straight lines or in circles. They can move at different speeds, and if the lawnmower touches them, it will blow up. Manholes are objects that move up and down in the same place. If the lawnmower touches them while they are out of the ground, it will be blown up. The fourth and final stage, I didn't add any new objects. I added a new gimmick, gravity. This stage is based on precision. It contains thin paths from which, if you are not careful, can make you fall off into the water and, you guessed it, die. This stage is really hard. I don't know why I made it so hard. Maybe it was because I made it at 3 AM and wanted to go to sleep rather than keep creating the game. So, if you try the game, stage 4 is tough. It's made for only the best Sunday mowers alive. So, if you're up for the challenge, check it out. Having done all of this, Mow the Lawn was finally finished. I think I will stick to taking out the trash. So, my respect to you Sunday mowers. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, consider liking, commenting, and subscribing to tell me what you think about it. You can find my game on the Play Store as Mow the Lawn. Once again, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to do your homework.